everyone doing? Good. Power level 2, but not talking before. My name is Bethany. Welcome. We're going to start off with an active child's pose. So go ahead and take your knees to the inside edge of your mat. Put the tops of your feet down. Big toes touching evenly. Arms long out in front of you. Forehead on the mat. Hips and buttocks easing back towards the heels, creating a lot of space in between the vertebrae. Take a couple of breaths, just natural breaths. You're going to begin to notice how you're feeling physically, emotionally, mentally. Take some cleansing breaths if you need them, in the nose and out the mouth. Position your forehead in a way that the back of the neck is feeling long. And depending on the level of tension that you may or may not be holding up into your neck and shoulders, each time you come to your mat and you take this position, the active child's pose, you may have to position the head just a little bit differently. So don't just assume that because it was one way yesterday that it's exactly the same today. It's never quite exactly the same. So take the time to make those adjustments. And your inner upper thighs should be in contact with your low ribs. So take the time to make those adjustments. And especially if you have a back issue or you're pregnant, you need that upper to lower body support. Your arms are reaching long out in front of you, and you should be able to relax your arms a bit without feeling the shoulder blades lift towards the back of the neck. You want the shoulder blades broad and drawn down. So if you need to, take the arms ever so slightly wider so that you can create that space up in between your shoulder blades and draw the shoulder blades down away from the neck. And then you may need to readjust your head again. And then once you're able to take a complete breath evenly in and out through your nose, start using Ujjayi style breath. So we're breathing in and out for the same length of time. And then you use the Ujjayi style, which is breath that not only can you actually feel it really deeply, it's very invigorating, it's called the conqueror's breath, but you can actually hear it. It becomes audible. It can also be done quietly, but one of the best things you can do to connect to the present moment is to bring your focus and your attention to your breath. And if you can hear your breath, then you're more likely to pay attention to it. Notice if you can move your breath into different areas of your body, physically, emotionally, and mentally. If you need to adjust physically, do it. If you need to adjust mentally or emotionally, start doing that. And we'll be here for 4 more breaths. You should set an intention for your class. Your intention should be something that's very meaningful to you and beneficial to you. Understanding that when you have an intention that benefits you, it will benefit everyone and everything else in the entire universe. Once you've set your intention, release it with no conditions or expectations. Everything's the way it is, everything's the way it should be, and everything happens exactly on time. And let's take one more deep breath here, all the way in and all the way out. At the bottom of your exhale, take your low belly in, up, and back, engaging Mula Bandha. And then on your next inhalation, we're going to rise up onto all fours. Go ahead and take your wrists underneath your shoulders, spread open your fingers wide. Take your knees underneath your hips. Take your feet directly behind your knees.
And you can choose to tuck your toes forward, or you can keep the tops of your feet down. Feel what's right for you at this moment. The neck is long. Take an inhale breath from your tail to your crown with a neutral spine. And on your exhale breath, we're going to tuck the tail and start rounding the back upward towards the sky. This is the cat pose. On the inhale, lift from the chin and chest, spine toward the mat, tail lifts up last. This is cow. And then tuck into your tail, rounding your back, bringing it into cat. And we're going to move into 8 more rounds of cat-cows. Move your hips forward and back. You can bend your elbows in between your cats and cows. Make little circular motions with your hips, or even take wide, big hip circles. And we're just waking up and warming up the spine to our practice. You may physically have been moving around a great deal today, but mentally and emotionally, you may or may not be in the present moment. And so start connecting your body and your mind. And tonight we're going to work a whole bunch on creating space for yourself. We're going to use the body, creating space in the body so that we can physically feel that. Creating space in the mind so that we can clear out some of the old habits that don't serve us well and allow for new and interesting ways of being to come in, new ideas, sensations, allowing emotions, creating space for certain emotions that maybe you always push away or shove down to rise and reveal themselves and what information they have. And you can use your mat for self-exploration, awareness. You can thread the needle, taking one arm underneath the other, opening up through the side body, all through your shoulder and your neck. Whatever you do on one side, repeat that on the other side. Amp up your Ujjayi breath. Many of you are experienced, so especially if you know what you're doing, it's really important that you share that information with other people so that they can learn as well. We elevate each other. Neutralize into the spine. Spread your fingers open wide. Tuck your toes forward. Take a deep inhale through your upper back. Fill that space in between your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift the seat up and back, downward facing dog. Move your feet back an inch or 2 away from your hands. Parallel, hip distance your feet. More advanced, go wider, 12 inches apart. Spread the fingers wide. Strengthen the arms and legs. Relax the neck, and let's walk that dog, bending alternate knees. Take a little hang time in each of your heels. You can lift one leg, drop the heel toward the opposite buttock. Open up hip, side body. Flip your dog over if you like. Turn the feet left, drop the hips right, and vice versa. And then we hold that down dog for 5 more breaths. Resist the urge to just fidget for no reason. Use your down dog to align, to connect with your breath, to rest, and also
wider. Bend your knees pretty generously so that your low ribs touch your high thighs. Hanging forward. Back injured, pregnant, hands stay on the ground. Otherwise, grabbing opposite elbows, thumbs in the creases of the elbows, head turning right and left in the no motion. Head nodding yes. Taking the head around in little circles, both directions. Still in the head and switching the grip, hips go side to side. Bending alternate knees. Every time you exhale, elbows getting a little closer to the mat. Take a little weight forward, so hips align over ankle bones. Bring it center line and hang the arms like a rag doll. Back injured, pregnant. Keep the feet hip distance. Knees bending. Your hands will walk up your bent legs. Otherwise, toe heel your feet so they come side by side. Hit your thighs back. Tuck your tail down. Inhale, rise. Take your shoulders down and back twice. Come to the very top of your mat. Toes, heels, ankles touching unless you're modified. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe evenly in and out through the nose. Eyes are open. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bow forward. Take the left foot, step it back. Put the knee down, top of the foot onto the ground. This is low lunge. Hands go to the mat. Step it back, lower to the ground. Keep your hands where they are, tops of feet down. Inhalation, cobra. Exhalation, down dog. Left foot up, low lunge. And come up, forward bend. Rise, bow. Right side, knee goes down. Hands to the mat, lower the floor. Curl it up for cobra, and then press it back into down dog. Up with the right. Deep forward bend. Take it up and back, and bow. Left side, knee goes down. Step it back, lower to the ground. Curl it up to cobra, use some arm strength. And then press it back to down dog. Take the left foot, step it forward. And come up to forward bend. Rise up and back. Exhale, bow. Right side, knee goes down. Step it back, lower to the floor. Curl it up to cobra. And then press it back to down dog. Take the right foot forward. Come up and forward bend. Rise up and back. And bow. Left side, knee goes down. Step it back, lower to the floor. This time, take the hands wide and high on the fingertips. Curl it up, auspicious cobra. And then press it back into downward dog. Left foot will come forward. And come up to forward fold. Take it up and back. And bow. Right side, knee goes down. Lower to the ground. Wide and high. Bring it on back. Up with the right. Deep forward bend. Rise. And bow. Left side, knee goes down. Step it back. Lower chaturanga. Curl it into upward dog. Press it into downward dog. Take your left foot, step it forward. Low lunge. And then come up to forward fold. Take it up and back and bow. Take the right foot back, knee goes down. Step it back and lower chaturanga. Curl it into upward dog and press it to downward dog. Take the right foot, step it forward, coming into the low lunge. Deep forward bend. Rise and bow. Left side, knee goes down. Lower chaturanga. Curl it up
forward bending at the top, taking it up and back, and bowing down. Right side, knee goes down, lowering, chaturanga, curling it up, pressing it back, taking the right foot up, forward bending at the top, take it up and back, and bow. Left side, knee goes down, 2 more rounds, lowering, chaturanga, curl it up, and back, up with the left, deep forward fold, rise, and bow. Right side, knee goes down, lower, curl it up, bring it back, up with the right foot, forward bend at the top, take it up and back, and bow. Left side, knee goes down, last round, go through both sides. Up with your left, deep forward fold at the top. You take it up and back, and you bow. Right side, last side, knee goes down. Wherever you are is fine. Move with your breath. When you complete this right side, you're going to hold your forward fold at the very top of the mat. Take your feet apart, hip distance or wider if you need to. Use your hands pressing down to pull your shoulders back away from the earth. Breathe up and down the back side of the body from heels to crown and all the way back down. And then take some variations if you like. You can interlace behind you, you can scoop your heels or step on your palms. Contraction your neck. Choose something that benefits you at this moment, not just something out of habit. Here. Release your variations. Toe heel your feet so that they come side by side unless you're modifying. Let's bend the knees and sit down into that imaginary chair. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, sit low. Shoot it up, and on the exhale, bow forward. Look up halfway. Come on back. Lower. Inhale for upward dog. Exhale for downward dog. Left foot forward. Warrior 1, hold the pose. Left knee bending 90, right leg straight, chest squared forward. Hands can come together if you're more advanced, arms are straight, head can go back. Back of head comes parallel to the floor. Then hands come to the mat, step back, and we lower. Chaturanga, upward dogs, downward dogs. And we take the right foot and step it forward. For warrior 1, holding. Left leg straight, right knee bending 90. Chest squared forward. Hands can come together, head can go back. Hands to the mat. Step back, lower. Curl it up, and press it back. Coming into down dog. 2 breaths. In your imaginary chair. Shoot it up and bow. Look up, come on back. Lower. Inhaling, exhaling. Left foot up, warrior 1. As soon as you're up, bring it back down. Don't drag your foot, pull your belly in. Inhaling, exhaling. Right side, warrior 1. invite you to close your eyes softly. Downward facing dog is an introspective pose, which means you go inward, you look inside. One of the most interesting things about introspection is how much we practice avoidance. Noticing the struggle to keep the eyes relaxed, the tongue relaxed, to practice non-judgment, to just allow ourselves to be and to feel and to think. Take one more breath, filling your entire mind, your body, all of your emotions with joy, with hope, with love. When you exhale, let go of all the opposing forces that keep you from feeling those other things. And then open the eyes gently and look up and step or jump to the top of the mat. Bend the knees and sit down into the imaginary chair. And then shoot it up and bow forward. Look up halfway. Come on back. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot up. Warrior two. Chest facing long mirrored wall. Arms extended shoulder height. Engaging. Breathing. Creating space by engaging the thighs, engaging the upper arms, pulling in the belly, lifting through the chest, flipping the left palm and reversing it. Right hand can be hip, thigh, or calf. Go a little deeper, opening, lengthening through side body. And then slide into Parsvottanasana. Side angle plank, take right arm over, left hand down. Modify as necessary. Back injured, pregnant, right arm can go up. Shoulder injury, hand can be on the hip. And then hands to the mat. Let's step back and lower. Curl it up and press it back. Let's do the other side, right side. Warrior two. Press firmly with your feet. Ground into the heels. Lengthen your toes. Don't grip your toes. Strengthen your thighs. Strengthen the upper arm. That's the part near the shoulder. Gaze to the right. Flip the right palm. Reach it back. Lengthen through the right side body. Go deeper, creating more space. And then slide into Parsvottanasana. Right hand down. Left arm is either up, over, or hand to hip. And change. Hands to the mat. Step back. Lower. Curl it up. Press it back. Three more breaths in your down dog. Look up. Step or jump. Ball. Bend your knees. Let's sit down in that chair. Shoot it up. Exhale. Bow. Look up halfway. Come on back. Lower. Inhale it. Exhale it. Taking your left foot up for warrior one. As soon as you're up, come back down. From your down dog, go into your right side. Warrior one. As soon as you're up, your best effort, everybody benefits. Everybody. You and everybody else. Half moon, top hand to hip. Forward to bending. Left hand forward, right leg up. Right hand for the leg behind you. Good line to the hip. Good, step the feet side by side, bend your knees and sit down in your imaginary chair. Sit down low. Shoot it up. And on the exhale, bow. Look up halfway. Come on back. Lower. Take you to vinyasa. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's go to the right side. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Take an inhale up the spine. Exhale, tilt to the right. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle. Squeeze the thighs straight. Kneecaps up. Low belly in. Top hand to hip. Right knee bends. Right hand moves forward. And we lift. Taking it up into our half moon. Keeping that left leg directly in line with the hip. Moving the hip back, not the leg. One more nice deep breath. You've got this. Find the balance. Step the feet side by side. Bend the knees. Sitting down in your chair. Shoot it up. And bow. Look up. Come on back. Curl it up. Press it back. Left foot up. Warrior one. Hold it. Clasp the hands and interlace behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Ostrich. This pose definitely creates some awareness of where you may need some space. Consciously relax your neck a little better. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, flow. Curl it up. Press it back. Right side, warrior one. Hold it. Clasp in the opposite way. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Arms up and over. Relax the neck. Inhale, warrior one. Flow. Four breaths. Bend your exhale, straighten your kneecaps up into your thighs, put your heels on the floor. This is downward dog. Take your left foot up, warrior one. As soon as you're up, come back down. Right side. Come back down. Set up your down dog. If that was helpful to you, do that again. Look up, step or jump, fold, sit, Utkatasana. Shoot it up, come bow, look up, come on back, lower, inhaling, exhaling. Left foot up, warrior one. If you want to open heart your warrior, bend those elbows and lift the chest up. Bring it back down. If you're gonna do it, do it. If you're not gonna do it, just take it regular. Nothing in between. Right side. Good. Downward dog, 5 breaths. Just like power 3. Some of you need to come to power 3. Butterflies flutter in your belly. You need to come to power 3. Look up. Step or jump. Exhale, fold in. Bend the knees and sit down into your imaginary chair. We do one more beat, just classic beat. Sit up. Exhale, bow. Look up. Come on back. Left side, warrior one. Bring it back down. Right side. Notice if where your gaze falls now is a little closer to the navel. Look up, step or jump, fold, sit down in your imaginary chair. Come up. Bring your hands to your heart. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Good. Nice and warm? It's a good temperature. So we're going to be moving in the rest of our practice. And I want to help you to create space in your body, in your mind, and even in the flow of emotion. So we have little rules and regulations that either were put on us or we determined ourselves, usually as a counterbalance to something that was put on us. So original thought doesn't really happen too often unless we become really aware that that's something we not only can do, but that we should do. So someone asked chew gum instead of smoking. I'm like, how about quit smoking, don't chew gum, and create some space. Now, sometimes you need the gum, and I get it. But you don't always have to replace one thing with another. You can actually create room for something to come in there that isn't there yet. Does that make sense to you? So that's like a little trick that people do. Oh, we don't want this habit, so let's replace it with this one for a while, and then we'll wean you off of that. That's fine, and it works, but it's really simple. And I think people are a lot smarter than we let on. So I have high expectations of people, and myself. So as you move into your practice today, create some space, physically, emotionally, mentally, and don't be in such a rush to replace it with something else. Just feel what it's like to have that freedom, that space, that openness in your body, or something else to come in if you choose. Come to the top of the mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Entertain the idea if you haven't before, of original thought. Take a cleansing breath if you need it. And then on the inhale, raise your arms. And on the exhale, bow. And then look up halfway. And come on back. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your feet side by side. And take your left leg up and step it forward for Anjaneyasana crescent. Holding the pose. Taking 3 breaths here. Notice if you could create some space underneath your bottom ribs on the back. Create some space in there and go back a little bit more with the upper body. Keep bending the left knee forward. And now we're going to twist it. And so we'll take the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh and turn and twist. And keep breathing. Suck your belly in and try not to sink in your bottom shoulder. Lift your chest more. Modification is back knee down. And then hands come to the floor, back knee comes down. Stand up on that knee, and we're going to take it into the one-leg camel. Left arm goes up, right hand goes to right heel. Stretch it back. Breathe into your hips and your chest. Find your balance. Reconnect with your breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, place your hands down. Step back, then take a vinyasa. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your feet toward each other. Lift up your right leg. Step it forward. Anjaneyasana. Crescent, holding the pose. There's some space underneath those back bottom ribs. You gotta go in there and get it. You're gonna lift the ribs up off the waist. And take the upper body further back. Keep bending the right knee forward. Strengthen your thighs. And twist it. Taking the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Fist with the bottom hand, palm with the top. Try not to sink in your bottom shoulder. Turning your waist, turning your chest, turning your shoulders, turning your neck. Place your hands down, knee down, come upright. Bring your right arm up and your left hand to your left heel. One leg count. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. And you can take a vinyasa, or you can just hold your down dog. So if you ever find that you want to take a little rest, you can always skip a vinyasa. It would be better to practice really well the entire time, rather than letting it be at all sloppy. rather than quantity. 2 more breaths. We did Shavasana as a warm-up, which I know you were missing. You're going to take that left hand and the left foot toward the center line and stack the feet one over the other and come into Vashisthana. And if you want to grab hold of your big toe, you can do that. And tuck your tailbone. And pull in your belly. And lift your chest more. Beautiful. And then take a vinyasa. Inhaling. And exhaling. And now we're going to move the right hand and the right foot toward the center line. And stack. And if you got your big toe on the other side, you can go get your big toe again. Good. And lower. Inhaling. And exhaling. Down on the hands and knees for dolphin. Forearms are down. Head is relaxed, toes are tucked under. You can interlace if you need to. And then lift your seat. Walk your toes toward your nose. Get your heels down. Head is not on the ground. Down onto the knees, taking the knees wide, big toes touch, tops of feet down, coming up for wide camel. Loop the tail, lift the back ribs up off of the waist, arc backwards. Inhale, come up. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, press into downward facing dog. We're going to flip our dog. Left hand, left foot towards center. Right leg comes up. Bend that knee. Flip the dog as you're able. Good. Bend the knees. Flipping that dog right back over. Right hand, right foot a little center. Left leg lifts. Dropping it over. Flipping that dog. And flip that dog right back over. Rock forward. Lower onto your belly. Bend your knees. Reach back, grab a hold of your feet. Pregnancy, you can do this pose on your side. Exhalation, low belly in. Inhalation, lift the chest. Start kicking the feet back, shins back, toes point, thighs come up off the mat. Breathe, lift. Arms go up, take the feet for the ride. Little higher. Good. Lower. Place your hands underneath your chest, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. And round yourself up. Good place to grab some water. And then turn around real quick while I show you this pose. This pose is called Natyasana. It's a ballet pose. I'm not as graceful as I'd like to be. So those of you that dance or have danced are going to love the pose. Those of you that have not, non-judgment. So typically when we do hold the big toe, right, we go forward and then we go out to the side, and to lift the leg higher, we bend the elbow, yes? But here what we're gonna do, and if you can hold the outside edge of your foot, that would be better, is you're gonna keep your arms straight, and you actually do tilt a little bit to the side, and then this arm comes up, so you have sort of your foot and your arm coming up. Folks who dance just go higher and higher and higher. It's kind of fascinating actually to see, because they develop it that way, opening the hips so much. But regardless, your hips are going to open a whole bunch. Try to keep your tush down, your low belly strong, with your chest lifted. Keep practicing Tadasana, mountain pose, the whole time you're in the pose. Okay? So, let's turn and face forward. You need to modify, you can hold your knee and take your knee out to the side. It's perfectly fine. Working on your balance. Okay? You might put your knees, so you don't forget them. And then you're going to lift up your left leg, so you're standing on your right. And then go down to your big toe or down edge of your foot if you're able. And send the leg forward. And then out to the side. And get upright. So if you have to bend your knee a little bit to make that happen, that's okay. And then keeping the arms straight, start lifting the leg up and pulling that thigh back. But keep creating space by tucking your tail, pulling in your belly, and lifting your heart. And take the other arm up, up, up. Look up if you can. For 3, 2, good. Gently come down, bring the leg forward, and then place it to the floor. Now on the second side, we're going to breathe the entire time. Heavy. Engaging your left leg. Take your right foot into your hand. And we're going to bring it up. Keep breathing, lifting. A little higher. Strong. Tadasana. Eyes can go up. You're feeling good? Nice. Bring it forward. Sit down. Walk up to the top of your mat. Inhale. Lift your arms up. Exhale. Bow it down. Look up halfway. Come on back. Lower. Inhaling. And exhaling. Downward facing dog. Half pigeon or split. Left leg comes up. Bring it forward. You're either doing Ardha Kapotasana or Hanumanasana split. You choose. No matter what, come forward. Inhale, rise. Take your back leg, bring it forward. Put your hands behind you, come into boat pose, lifting the legs up and then taking the arms forward, straight from the shoulders, holding your pose. If you need to modify with bent knees, you can do that. Keep your chest up. If your chest is sinking down, bend your knees, lift your chest more. Raise your arms above your head unless you're back injured, in which case you can hold behind your thighs. And then slowly, slowly lower all the way down to the ground. From here, hold the edges of your mat, bend your knees, and we're coming into bridge. Everyone's coming into bridge because we're taking bridge to wheel into inverted stack. All right, I'll talk you through. Bend the knees, make sure middle fingers can touch the heels. Loop the tail under. Lift the chest towards the chin, shimmy those shoulders under. Get a big lift in your chest. Hold this pose. Notice if you can bring weight to the heels, lifting the toes. Can you move your back ribs off of your waist and tuck the bones in your buttocks deeper towards the back of your knees? Now pull your navel center to your sacrum. Shield-shaped bone sacrum to your navel, lift higher with the hips. There's exhale, come up into wheel. Go to your working level. Drop down onto the head, lay your forearms onto the mat. Come into Viparita Dandasana, inverted staff. Your head may or may not stay on the floor. That's fine. You can lift your head if you're able. Open your chest more. Okay, to come out, we're going to reverse. Come back up into wheel. Lower back down into bridge. Something may have just occurred to you that we've only done our split or our half pigeon on one side. Which means we get to do what we just did all over again. Slowly articulate your spine down. Take a breath. Grab behind your thighs. Rock and roll yourself up a few times. Cross your legs, plant your hands. Shoot it back, downward facing dog. Right leg up. Half pigeon or split. No matter what, take it forward. Wake on your feet. See, this is a place where I can tell when people don't have space in their minds, usually. It's not that you can't activate your feet. It's that something tells you not to. Usually it's because we're too filled up with something that is not good for us, preventing us from doing something good for us. Pick something you sort of focus on a lot that's not good for you, and take a cleansing breath and get it out. It might come back, don't worry, get it out again. And then wake up your feet. Good. And then slowly come up and bring your back leg forward. And come into boat. Lift your chest. Press the ball into your feet. You'll be able to hold both toes better. Good. Press the big toes forward. Ball the big toes forward. Not back, your arms go up. Articulate everything down. Same rate, same time. Head and heels to the floor, same time. Good. Bridge. Come up. And then take it when you're ready. When you feel like your chest is nice and open, pull it up into your wheel. Go to your working level. Drop it down into Viparita Dandasana. Inverted staff, elbows, forearms on the floor. Open the chest more. Reverse everything you just did. Nice, John. Come back into wheel. Good, Sydney. Belly in, sacrum to belly, belly to sacrum. Bridge. Don't give up. Articulate. Upward, middle, lower back, tailbone to the ground. Now you're going to do Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees open. Release some of that frustration. I can't take it easy on you through the holidays. We have to keep your families in mind. Their safety mostly. And then use your hands to close your thighs. Now you can rock and roll yourself up 3 times. We're going to go upside down. gonna check the time to see how long we can be in there. I think it's probably like 7 after 7 or something. Let me see. Five after 7. Okay. So you can stand on your head, on your hands, on your shoulders, on your forearms. I'd recommend forearm balance tonight. Go ahead up, you can use any wall. If you want to take it a little bit more relaxed, put a block under your sacrum and just lift your legs up, or just lift your legs up while you're on your mat or on the wall. When you were finding Tadasana, when we did that ballet pose, that's something that will be very helpful here as well. Nice, Ina. Beautiful. When you do come down, you should rest in the child's pose. Slowly start making your way down and rest for 6 breaths. Deeper breath. Breathing into the space that you've created. Even if you feel like it was just 1 little millimeter in one area. And as you're relaxing a little bit, I'll share some information with you about the process of using your practice to create peace and openness and relaxation in your life. Anyone can roll out a yoga mat and practice, just like anyone, can be a parent or whatever, but it's the way you do it that makes the difference. Some people get on their mat for 35 years every single day and learn very little. Some people get on their mat for 35 minutes and transform their lives. Go inward. Then ask yourself what it is you want for you. And begin to create some space so that this can come true. Slowly unwind, and we're going to turn around with our feet towards the parking lot and our head towards the short mirrored wall. We're going to do half happy baby. So one leg, then the other leg, and then of course both legs at the same time. So extend your right leg long and bring your left knee towards your chest. Reach up and grab either the inside or the outside, or you can even wrap your arm around the leg if you're a little more open and do half happy baby. Pulling the knee towards the floor. You'll find that this is actually more intense doing it one side at a time. Thank God, because we were looking for more intensity. Good. Release that leg. Point the foot, flex it, lower it down. And then let's take the right leg up and do it the same way as you had done your left. Nice big squeeze. And release the leg. Point it, flex, lower. Exhale, both knees up. Happy baby with both legs. Rocking east and west. Stillness in the center. Take a deep inhale. Squeeze as you exhale. Legs go skyward. Point and then flex your feet. Spread your toes and crisscross your legs back and forth. If you need support underneath your seat for your low back, put your hands under your seat. Crissing and crossing those legs back and forth. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then bending the knees and placing the feet to the mat, picking up the hips and moving them left, pulling the knees to the chest, and dropping the knees all the way over to the right. Supine twisting. And lifting your top leg followed by your bottom. Pick up the hips and move them over to the right. Pull the knees in and drop the knees to the left. And lift your top leg followed by your bottom. And bring it to center. Shavasana. Now read to you. This is from the Dhammapada called Twin Verses. Some of the readings are a little longer, and so I'll read to you just a couple of sections. Our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. Suffering follows an evil thought, as the wheels of a cart follow the oxen that drive. Our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. Joy follows a pure thought, like a shadow that never leaves. For hatred can never put an end to hatred. Love alone can. This is an unalterable law. As rain seeps through an ill-thatched hut, passion will seep through an untrained mind. As rain cannot seep through a well-thatched hut, passion cannot seep through a well-trained mind. Those who are selfish suffer here and hereafter. They suffer in both worlds from the results of their own actions. But those who are selfless rejoice here and rejoice hereafter. They rejoice in both worlds from the results of their own actions. Those who recite many scriptures but fail to practice their teachings are like a cow herd counting another's cows. They do not share in the joys of the spiritual life. But those who know few scriptures, yet practice their teachings, overcoming all hatred and delusion, live with a pure mind in the highest wisdom. They stand without external supports and share in the joys of this beautiful life. I thank you for allowing me to teach you. Namaste.